Good afternoon and welcome to Wayne for the finals of this Passaic County Championship between the Clifton Mustangs and the Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm Alex Green here with my co-host Thomas Auerbach on this beautiful October afternoon, and Tom, it's great to be here.
It is great to be here. It should be an exciting game to watch.
Wayne Hills and Clifton, they aren't rivals, but they've certainly played each other. They played each other tough, and they played each other once this year early, I believe, the third game of the season for Wayne Hills. And it was a really close game. Both teams are fantastic, and I believe the score of that game was 2-1 Wayne Hills, and they won on a last-minute goal by Nicolette Dries. So Clifton's a tough team. Hills is 14-1, with that one loss coming to rival Wayne Valley. So the fact that Clifton held in really close with a 14-1 team means that Clifton's not half bad themselves. So do you think this game's going to be pretty close too?
Well, of course, this game is going to be close. It's a county final. Both teams are pumped up. They're ready to go. Both teams, they have the firepower. It should be an interesting game.
So like we said, we're at Wayne Valley, not Wayne Hills, not Clifton, so there really is no home field advantage for either team. But as it looks right now, looking in the stands, Clifton certainly has a bigger turnout. So do you think that'll play a factor right now with the fans?
I really don't, because this girls' team for Wayne Hills, it is so polished, and they've all been playing varsity for such a long period of time. The crowd really shouldn't have an effect on how they play.
I was talking to senior captain Sierra Colpon before the game, and she said that she expected it to be a heartfelt game, an emotional game, but in the end, let the best team win. And I know you play soccer, and you've played for years. I played for years. What do you think of this attitude?
Well, it's a great attitude to go into a county finals. You're not getting too cocky, expecting yourself to win. You're not getting too down, knowing that her opponent is that good. She's just keeping her cool, keeping her composure, and hoping for the best.
So Tom, give me your X factor, your key player for this game.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Christy Cherub from the Wayne Hills Patriots. If her defense is able to control some of the outstanding forwards that Clifton has, this game should be easy for Wayne Hills to wrap up.
Tom, I agree with you that defense is incredibly important. And I looked at some of the box scores, and Wayne Hills normally outshoots his team like 30-7 each game. So I see that defense really plays a key role in every single game Wayne Hills plays. But I'm going to go on the offensive side because defense plays a role, but I don't think you can tie in the county finals. So I'm going to go with Nicolette Dries. She has 23 goals in 14 games, so nearly 2 goals a game for this junior who's committed to North Carolina. So I think she'll have another fantastic game. Like I said, she scored, the first time these two teams played, she scored the winning goal in the 79th and final minute. The deciding goal that won Wayne Hills this game. And I think that if it comes down to it again, she is the one that Wayne Hills wants to have the ball.
Well, with the senior leadership that Wayne Hills has, this game should not get out of hand too quickly.
Absolutely, and Clifton's certainly coming off high spirits because they beat Wayne Valley in the county semis, but it was a very tough match. They lost one of their best players in a mid-air collision, so that's certainly frightening, but they played through it, scored, ended up winning. Now they're pumped up and want to win for her too. So Clifton's pumped up, Wayne Hills is pumped up, and I think it's going to be a fantastic game. So before we go, let me get a potential score prediction from you.
I'm going to go very conservative, 1-0 Patriots.
It was 2-1 the first time they played, and I think it's going to be 2-1 again. I see Nicolette Dries with one more goal, and Wayne Hills I think is going to go home the county champs. So that's all we have for pregame, but stick with us because right after this, we'll be back with the start of the game.
But here we go, Lucas inbound, the corner with 3 minutes to go. She gets it to Giametta. Giametta corrals it, puts a shot on net. Deflected into the net, a goal by Brittany Galone, and Wayne Hills wins the North 1 Group 3 state championship.
Oh, baby, call your friends, Wayne Hills state champions, baby.
Couldn't script it any better, Joe. Couldn't script it any better myself. What a shot by Brittany Galone off the deflection from Jacqueline Giametta, and Wayne Hills wins the North 1 Group 3 state championship in dramatic fashion.
And we're back right before the start of this county championship game. You may have just heard the announcements, the starting rosters, and it looks to be a fantastic game. Wayne Hills, like we said, Tom, is 14-1. Clifton 9-3-1. Both teams are, like we said, full of heart. Play really tough all 80 minutes, and I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
Well, it definitely should be. As you see, both teams lining up to get checked by the referees. The Wayne Hills team has so many seniors in their starting lineup. They all have experience. They all want to do this for their last, or one of their last games ever being played at a high school level.
Absolutely, and for a lot of these seniors, they aren't going to go on and play, soccer at, Division I colleges. Certainly, some of them are. Like Sierra Copapon's playing at Wagner in the fall. So it's hard to believe that we're seniors at this point and that we've gotten this far too, just like them. So also means that not only is it one of the last games they're playing, it's also one of the last games that we're announcing. You see the refs checking them. And Tom, you play soccer, so what are they checking for?
They're just making sure you have the proper cleats on, no metal tips, no baseball cleats, making sure your shin guards are up high enough because you don't want to be injured. And then they always throw in something at the end about being sportsmanship. You still represent your own team, and your school. And that's pretty much it. It's just the same speech every time.
I remember playing PAL soccer back in my younger days, and they would always check you and make sure, not wearing any rings you shouldn't be wearing, any jewelry, but I don't think that extends to the high school level. As we see the captains meet at midfield, shake hands, and get ready to flip a coin.
Yep.
So it is an absolutely pristine October day for this 2:30 final. Sunny out, there's some clouds in the sky. It's about 65 degrees, very, very comfortable weather. And both teams have supportive fans that are here. And it looks to really be a great game.
Well, it definitely should be. I mean, obviously, both teams are very good being in the county final, but both of these teams deserve to be in the county final. By far the two best teams out there. So it's great to see them both make it to this final.
So I mentioned it earlier that Clifton had to get through Wayne Valley to get here. Wayne Valley was the team that handed Wayne Hills their only loss. And Wayne Hills had to beat Eastern Christian to get here. And Wayne Hills easily beat Eastern Christian 5-2. Nicolette Dries, scored some goals. Christy Cherub, your player, scored some goals. So the offense is really firing all cylinders. They've won their past two games by combined score of 11-0. So the offense, like we said, and the defense is also firing on all cylinders, playing fantastically. It's actually given them some great momentum going into this game. As for Clifton, they have a player, Sikanix. Her name is Megan Sikanix, and last game in the semifinals against Wayne Valley, she went up for a collision with went up in the air with a Wayne Valley player and collided with her. Actually had to get stitches in her head, and it's incredibly painful emotionally to see your teammate, get taken off the field by ambulance and everything. And Clifton ended up rallying back, scoring a goal 33 seconds later, the deciding goal. So that says a lot about the Clifton team and their strong heart. And they want to win this game, for Circanics and for themselves.
Well, any motivation leading to a big game will definitely come out as much as it possibly can, because you already have the motivation of being in the finals, but now you have the motivation of playing for your teammates.
You just heard the Clifton fans just start a little cheer, yell, so they're excited. The crowds are modestly full, and this game is about to start. But before this game starts, we're going to take a quick break, but don't leave your seats because we'll be right back.
And that's the game! That is the game! Your Wayne Hills Patriots beat the Northern Highland Highlanders 4-1. There was pandemonium at Patriot Stadium. Wayne Hills 4, Northern Highlands 1. A great game by both teams, but obviously Wayne Hills coming out on top.
And we're back as kickoff starts and Clifton starts with it. And right there, a few seconds into the game, 9 seconds into the game, we see a nice trip and penalty. Go against Wayne Hills, so that can be a free kick for Clifton.
Well, you notice that's Nicolette Dries right there, causing the penalty, showing that she's aggressive and a good player right off the bat, trying to instill some fear into Clifton.
Absolutely, and Clifton coach knows, and all the players know all about Nicolette Dries and how dangerous she is. So to get on the field right there and play aggressive is really saying a lot for this Wayne Hills team. As we see, 4 headers in a row. Wayne Hills gets the ball and loses it quite quickly. And it's tough to see on this football field where exactly the out-of-bounds line marks are. You see you always see the white lines, but the blue lines are actually for soccer. As Wayne Hills has the ball on their own side of the field. Some bad pass there leads to a turnover. And a through pass. Up to number 8 for Clifton. And a through and just missed the header. And Clifton is playing aggressively, almost scored a goal just a minute and a half into this game.
Well, what was the difference in that series is on their way down the field, the Clifton distributor hit the ball behind their forward. If the ball was played in front of them, they would have had an easier opportunity to the goal, and if they still chose to pass, they would have had a lot easier shot with seeing where everyone is.
And Dries passes the ball upfield. And a through pass, but that's going to go a bit too far. And that'll go out of bounds for a goal kick for Clifton.
Well, that's what you need to see for Wayne Hills. Putting the ball into the corners is never a bad idea. You can't get angry about giving up a goal kick right here. Because when you have the ball, there's nowhere else to go. You're taught to kick the ball to the corner and have your forward run onto it.
Absolutely, and I'm sorry. It's early, and I think both teams are just warming up. So I think as the game goes on, that execution will get a lot better. As Clifton has the ball, and there's a little push, but no call. As some serious fighting and shoving for the ball. As Clifton has it, now Wayne Hills has it, but Clifton has it again. Pass up to number 7. Tries going through with it, but a nice stop by Jackie Martinez. Up to Nicolette Dries. And Dries with the through ball. But number 23 on Clifton stops that. Danielle Celesti. Number 11. And now Nicolette Dries has it. Try go for the through ball. And the goalie makes a nice save there for Clifton.
That was a great ball by Nicolette Dries, putting the ball right behind the defenders, and allowing both of their strikers to go up and try and get a foot on it. Great play.
She is a fantastic player, just a junior, already committed to ACC school in North Carolina, and I'm quite jealous because I'm applying there, and she gets in easy. And that'll be a throw-in for Wayne Hills. And Christy Cherub on the throw-in. And it bounces over Andy Lakin's head, and it'll be Clifton ball. Tom, who is that on the far side of the field?
I don't know.
It's tough to see from our angle, absolutely. And that'll go out of bounds, be another goal kick for Clifton. Soccer is one of those games where so many things happen so quickly, it's just so hard to announce. But when things happen like a goal, especially when you're watching like Hispanic, like Mexican soccer, and you hear those announcers go, goal, ridiculously loud, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm certainly going to try, assuming a team scores this game. And it'll be a throw-in for Clifton. And Clifton and Wayne Hills battling for the ball. And Wayne Hills going to get it back. And there's Dries with it. Cuts back. Over to Steph Puchin. And a beautiful sliding stop by number 7, Marissa Fragaponi. And Chrissy Cherub gets the ball back. And goes through to Dries. And that's going to be a penalty against Wayne Hills, and it'll be a free kick for Clifton.
Well, that was a great fake by Wayne Hills. The ball looked like it was going right to her, and just opens her legs, does a dummy, right to Wayne Hills. If that was able to be a goal, that would have been outstanding.
Absolutely beautiful. And a nice kick there by the goalie. As Ragaponi has it, and in the box, and that's going to be, and what a beautiful save by Jackie Martinez. Saving a short goal there as Beyonda Ademi came out to make the save. The ball went past her, and Jackie Martinez with a beautiful kick, saving a goal.
That was perfect positioning by Jackie. She saw Beyonda coming out. She just had to run over and just do whatever she could to try and block a shot.
Tom, you talked so much about the Wayne Hills defense, and you saw just how key it is right there. That was an absolutely beautiful play by Jackie Martinez. As the pass goes up to Dries, and Dries misses it. As Clifton is shouting that was their ball, not Wayne Hills, but Wayne Hills gets it. It's gone up to number 22. Ciara Colpon hasn't. Up to the corner. It's number 12, Sarah Bendel, but that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be another goal kick for Clifton. And I'm sorry, Tom, but the Clifton coach inside did not like that Wayne Hills, the referee's call of a Wayne Hills throw, and they were arguing, and still are.
Well, sometimes it's so hard to see from the referee's vantage point. With everyone going out and trying to knock the ball from each other's feet, it could be deflected off of anyone. Really, for those, you can't get upset with them because you really can't tell.
And absolutely, I completely understand with that. From our vantage point, it's very tough to see players' names and numbers, so, we can certainly give them a break. As Clifton almost gets through again, but Beyonda Ademi makes a nice save there. Really a missed opportunity for Clifton there because it looked like they were going to put it in the back of the net. It's going to be a Wayne Hills throw-in. Christy Sharp. And Clifton moving the ball around. And that's going to go right to the goalie, Ademi. Ooh, and a high kick there. And it looks like a player is down for Clifton. And Tom, they just called the penalty there. What was it?
It was, well, I'm actually drawing a blank, but it was a dangerous play.
I believe it was a high kick. But,
yeah. The technical term was, I think it's a dangerous play for Wayne Hills when you can't kick it up that high. Like, you kick your foot up that high. If it hits someone in the face, that could be pretty bad.
We talked about how Clifton lost a player last game. She had to get stitches in her head. So Clifton certainly does not want to see that again. So that's a good call by the referees.
Well, this is interesting to see. With obviously the player who is injured has to come out and get a sub, but Clifton also subbed again. It's only 8 minutes into the game. I mean, I don't think anyone can be tired that quickly.
And Dries hasn't. Some nifty moves there. Gets up to Andy Lakin. To Kelly Burian, who tries giving a give and go. And it's going to be a throw-in for Wayne Hills. Christy Cherub on it. To Zayna Haubish. I can't really pronounce her last name, to be honest. So right now we're just going to call her Zayna for the rest of this game. And Christy again on the throw-in. Goes up to Ciara Colpon. Oh, it's a beautiful move through her legs. Dribbling it up and passes it. Switches field. And a bit too hard of a kick there, and that's going to go right to the Clifton goalie.
Well, it's a good string of passes for Wayne Hills, not giving the ball up. As long as you have good possession, you can't get mad about one bad mistake.
Kelly Burian hunting that ball down. Kicks it right back to where it came from the goalie Rachel Egghead. And Egghead's going to dribble this one up a bit.
That goalie has quite a leg. Every kick she's done has been at least 40 yards.
I saw that. And Dree's playing some nice defense, and it's going to be a Clifton throw-in.
Well, on that play, it looks like Sierra Copon was limping a little bit. She was down on her knees for a couple seconds, got back up, limped a few steps, and as you see now, still leaning down, not really running too hard.
Looks to be holding her knee. She's jogging now, and I think she's getting a little better.
She's probably going to tough it out and see what happens.
As Zayna has it. There's a cross there. And a beautiful save on the nice bounce by Egghead. This one goes up to number 8 for Clifton. But it's going to be stopped. And Chrissy Cherub's going to get the ball. Some nice moves there. Out to Kelly Burian. And Kelly Burian makes a bad pass there. Chrissy Cherub's going to try to hunt this one down. It's going to go to Andy Lakin. He's going to send it to Sierra Copon. That's a nice through ball. But there's no one making a run on the other side for Copon. And shot deflection's going to right to Egghead. Good execution there, but only on one side of the field.
Well, that's just poor anticipation by Andy Lakin on the far side of the field. When someone's making a run down the sideline, you have to be inside the box looking to get something.
Very true, but you got to give credit to her. It's a beautiful through pass to Sierra Copon, but nothing doing, obviously. And Kelly's going to get it again. Back to Jackie Martinez. And that ball's taken away by Clifton. But Clifton's got it. And that's going to go to the goalie beyond Demi. Tom, from that side of the field, from the far side of the field from where we're sitting, it is really tough to see who is who. I got to say.
Everyone looks about the same height, look about the same hair color. It's a very difficult task to do.
Some pushing and shoving there. I guess a bit too intense for the ref's liking, and that's going to be a penalty on Clifton and a free kick from Wayne Hills. And we're hearing the Clifton fans being a bit obnoxious at this point, but they're clearly not liking some of the calls. And Zayna with a mediocre pass, but Chrissy Cherub saves it. And Chrissy's double teamed, and Andy Lakin's going to get the ball. Andy's going to get it back, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be a Clifton throw-in.
Well, Christy Cherub has been getting double teamed all day. I don't know if it's part of Clifton's game plan or not, but it doesn't seem to be working. They might need to get 3 people on her.
I think Christy's probably the most intimidating player on this Wayne Hills team. You know, tallest player on the team by far, and she's pretty intimidating, especially when she's got her game face on. As a through pass to Andy Lakin, and Lakin, goal! And the goalie, Eddie, tried to make a save there, couldn't grasp it, got just a bit past her, and Lakin puts it in the back of the net to give Wayne Hills a 1-0 lead with just 14 minutes passed in this first half. What is the importance of Wayne Hills striking first, Tom?
Well, it makes all the difference. Now Wayne Hills has all the momentum behind them. Clifton has to now focus on getting their offense going. They can't just focus on keeping everything even. And also, on that last goal, Andy Lakin, that was great hustle by her. After the first touch, she didn't stop running. She kept going at the goalie for the possibility that they would drop it, which is exactly what happened.
Absolutely. Fantastic by Andy Lakin. You know, you said her lack of anticipation based on a potential goal about 3-4 minutes ago, and I think she made up for it right there.
Oh, definitely.
Clifton tried rushing the kickoff afterwards, but Wayne Hills had to make a sub. And then after that, there was a handball on Clifton, and so we're about up to speed again, and Chrissy Cherup's going to have a throw-in for Wayne Hills. That's such a huge momentum boost scoring first, especially when you have a defense as good as Wayne Hills' defense is. You know, even with a 1-0 lead, that could hold true with the defense, you know, led by Chrissy Cherup and the rest of the team.
Yeah, well, now Wayne Hills can just fall back, maybe put down an extra stopper, and just make them control the game. And
Absolutely.
They're going to win.
And another beautiful pass and for Lakin, but Lakin is going to be offsides. And Sterling was there by a few feet.
Well, that was a late call by the referees. That could have been like a very dangerous play if the ref didn't blow the whistle. I don't know. He should have blown that a lot earlier and possibly saved an injury.
And the goalie there came out, you know, kicked it away, but there could have been a collision there had there not been a whistle, like you said. So Ege with the kick, and that is a powerful leg, like you said. Just a cannon, really. And Dries has it. Up to Kolopon, back to Dries. And Dries running off the right side of the field. And Sabrina Searney, number 7, is open, but Dries isn't going to hit her. Instead, up to Lakin, and Lakin, you know, not a powerful shot there, and saved by Edyed.
Well, it was a fine shot.
Kolopon hustles there, and that's going to be a Wayne Hills throw-in.
It's
a Clifton throw-in.
It was a fine shot by Wayne Hills. I was just mad they didn't get it to Cerny because she was wide open.
That was very interesting. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I thought that Dries with an opportunity here, and Dries puts it in the back of the net for another Wayne Hills goal. And just like that, it's going to be 2-0, and Clifton is furious, and I will tell you why. Before Dries had that goal right there was a very interesting call by the sideline ref who called a throw-in that was supposed to be Clifton's ball. I thought it was Wayne Hills. The rest of it was Clifton's, and Wayne Hills took it, ended up scoring on it, and Clifton is furious.
Well, you have to remember that the sideline referee does not have the final say. It is the referee on the field that ultimately makes the final decision.
That's very true. And you see one of the refs arguing with the Clifton coach. And the Clifton fans are getting rowdy.
Well, I would too if I was a Clifton fan, because 2-0 is a big deficit to come back from.
16 minutes, 29 seconds into this game, and Clifton has a 2-0 deficit. Wayne Hills, I think, was being outplayed the first 10 minutes of this game. You know, the ball's on their side of the field a lot. But they converted, you know, a few of the opportunities they had. And right now they have a 2-0 lead and all the momentum in their favor.
Well, Wayne Hills, this team is dominant. Their through balls have just been fantastic, right on the money.
Absolutely. Coach Maria Pepe's got to be pretty happy with her team right now. Zena Hausch, excuse me, that's the ball. Passes it up at a bit too far there. Chrissy Cherup up to Lakin. Gets the ball to Kelly Burian, who falls, gets back up. Pass it back to Cherup. To Zena. With the through ball to the other side of the field. And we can hear it up here. And Wayne Hill is communicating really well. You know, man on, 10 yards away, stuff like that. And I think that's really key right now. And a nice save there by Egged on the cross. And that'll get up to number 7, Ragaponi. And Zena Hausha with a nice stop. But Kolpon's not doing anything with that.
Well, for that last play with Zena, I mean, she saw the ball rolling. She just sprinted to the ball, not to the player, and that's what made the difference.
Absolutely. I see our Kolpon trying to do something, passes it backwards, and got to switch field over to Cherup. And give and go back to Cherup. Cutting across the field up to Kolpon and takes a shot from 25 yards away, and the goalie handles that one pretty easily.
Well, that's kind of a disappointing shot because you have a lot of players up the field. You have all the momentum stringed together pass after pass and settling for a 25-yard shot, as you said. You should keep the ball and have a better shot.
Absolutely. Clifton's driving. We're going up the field. Looking for a cross to 24, and a beautiful save by Bianda Demi.
Ademi's only a junior, so she still has another year here with Wayne Hills.
And a net Malaysia there with the shot, but a beautiful save by Beyonda Ademi to keep it a 2-0 game. And Dries has it, going with the field. And potential pass to Lakin is intercepted. And Wayne Hills will get the ball right back. Colpon has it, up the side of the field. Up to Lakin. Lakin with a nice move. And the cross there to Dries, and Dries could not do anything with it, and that's going to be a penalty on her. Tom, what was that penalty called for?
Well, you're not allowed to go and run into the goalie or kick the goalie. Technically, even though the ball wasn't in the goalie's hands, it was the goalie's ball to catch. It's basically a rule to protect the goalkeepers in situations just like those.
And I see no issue with that. Player safety, especially in high school, is really important. Another fantastic kick from the goalie. And this one's going to go up and back onto the Wayne Hill side of the field. And Clifton has it. Turns around with a cross, going to be intercepted by Burien. And up to Colpon. Colpon's got a defender on her. Coming on. And a pass behind Lakin there, but Lakin tussling. And they're going to call Lakin for a push, which, to be honest, I didn't really see there.
Well, it wasn't a big, blatant push, but she did fall down. She was coming from behind. It could have gone either way. The referee decided to call it, probably trying to keep a good grasp on this game before the second half comes and everyone's going to get a little bit more rowdy.
As 17 has it. Nice play there to get that one out of bounds by Wayne Hills. But there is a penalty back at the approximately 34-yard line, excuse me. As if this were a football game.
Well, that penalty was a push in the back by someone on Wayne Hills.
I believe that it was Steph Puchin. Tom, I know you and I have announced football games before, and soccer and football are just so different games. Like soccer, there's so much going on at once. In football, you have your plays and your downs, and there might be a lot going on one play, but a play ends pretty quick. It doesn't happen like that in soccer.
No, not at all, which makes the sports so different. For one of them, there's no plays. It's all about instincts and knowing where you should go. The other one is all about set plays and just memorizing. It's just a difference.
It's still about the instinct and seeing where you go for football, but you have a set idea of what you're doing when you get the ball, and I don't think you have that in soccer. That'll be a goal kick for Wayne Hills. Lakin approaching number 12, but it's going to be Clifton ball on the throw-in. And Colpon has this one. And kicks it to the defense. Colpon takes it, Dries takes it back, falls, and that's going to be a penalty on Clifton. It's funny, every time Clifton gets a call in their favor, the crowd is happy. Every time anything goes against their favor, they yell at the ref.
Well, yeah, it's the finals. You have to do anything you can. You have to work the referees just to see maybe you can get one, maybe two extra calls, but I don't think it really works too well.
As you see Clifton trying to clear the ball here. Colpon's got it. Trying to create something. And passes it up. That goes across field. Dries who passes it to Burien, and Burien is offside.
Well, yeah, that wasn't really too close. She was easily 4 or 5 yards offsides.
And after the offsides have been called, she still made an effort for that ball. And I just think I saw one of her knees buckle, and that it looks like a painful injury. She's limping off the field right now. So Sabrina Searney, number 7, is going to come on for Burien. She looks like she's in a pretty decent amount of pain.
Well, the only good news about this is she's able to walk under her own power off the field, however
Absolutely.
painful it might be.
Absolutely. That's always a good sign.
Can pretty much eliminate anything broken or torn.
Torn, yeah.
Maybe just like a bad bone bruise, maybe she just twisted something, but
They get her stretched out on the sidelines, and hopefully she'll be back. That'll be a Wayne Hills throw-in. And Lakin hunting down the ball, but Clifton's got it. And Zayna with the header. And Colpon's got it. Loses it. And Wayne Hill's going to get it right back. On the opposite side of the field, Sarah Bendel had it, lost it. Clifton's going to make a run, and Ademi's going to come out and make a beautiful save.
well, that's great goalkeeping. She's exactly what you're taught. You slide out and grab it with your hands. You don't go feet first, go with your cleats up. That'll be a red card in the goalie and a penalty kick. So she's extremely smart with how she just played that last play.
And in the 15 games prior to this, Ademi had made 50 saves, excuse me. And so, 3-4 a game, and you see it, she's made 3 or 4 today, and they've all been fantastic saves. And Clifton, I think, is playing pretty carelessly with this. And Lakin has it. Back to Colpon, and Colpon kicks that one out of bounds.
Well, unlike the last time when she shot it and she missed the net, this one was actually a great shot. Wide open, about 18, 20 yards out. That's a shot you want to take.
And unfortunately, it missed a bit wide. But Clifton seems to be playing decently carelessly with the ball. I think they're pretty dejected after giving up these 2 goals. As Lakin's going to try to make a run. And the ball gets past the goalie, but the defender, Samantha Pedraza, has it. Wayne Hill's going to get the ball right back. And ooh.
It's not a penalty there. It's not
Nope.
a penalty.
Ball to the face, but not a penalty. Colpon still got it. And that is going to be a Wayne Hills throw-in. In my 10, 12 years playing traveling soccer, I took a few balls to the face, and it's never fun, but there's worse injuries, to say the least. I get with a nice punt this time. Chrissy Charup with a stop. And this one goes up to Therese, who makes a pass
Well, why are they giving Dries so much room?
to
They know she's one of the best players in the team.
not only in the team, in the state. So, that she has the 9th most points of any girls soccer player in the state, so that says a lot about her. Just a junior, really, an absolutely fantastic player, and we've seen it this game.
I can't believe Clifton. I can't believe him. She's dribbling the ball up the field, and 3 defenders are retreating.
We talked about how the team that seems to be double teaming Christy Charup, and that's not working. But they're single teaming a potentially even more dangerous player in Nicolette Dries, and she's made him pay once. Bendel has it dribbling up the field, and you got the Wayne Hills player offsides there.
Well, it looked like Sierra came back that time to meet up with the defenders and then run. I know very often the referees make a mistake with saying that they are offsides when they receive the ball. It's not when they receive the ball, it's when the ball is played to them.
And Sierra was visibly upset with that offsides call, and I think, like you said, she came back to the defenders. But an offsides call there. Oh, and it looks like someone took a cleat to the face on Wayne Hills. Jackie Martinez, but she's very tough. That's going to be a free kick for Wayne Hills. She's got to fix her hair, but I think she'll be fine. And Wayne Hills will switch field and give it up to Cherub. Up to Zayna, back to Cherub. To Sierra Colpon, and just a beautiful through ball. And Dries was just a bit offsides.
Well, that one was offsides, but I mean, that's no sides you can't be mad about because she did do a great fake.
Yeah.
Her own players probably didn't know she was going to do that, so they can't help it if they're offsides.
Very true. And Sierne has it, and bad touch there, but she's going to hustle it down. And that's going to be Clifton ball.
I do not agree with that call. It looked like Sierne knocked it right off of Clifton.
That's what I thought too, but the line judge says Clifton ball. And that one certainly is Clifton ball as Dana kicks that one out of bounds. And they're just switching. They're just switch off throw-ins. That is Clifton, and then Wayne Hills, and now it's Clifton throwing again. Dries has it. They're giving her so much room, like you said. And, oh, man.
Another call I do not agree with. She looked like she was so far onside. She made the run as the ball was kicked, just went over her head. I mean, that's two now. It's two.
And I could be wrong, but I think, maybe the refs feel bad about potentially, the 2 goals Wayne Hills has scored. There's been some confusion with the refs. So I don't know, but they seem to be playing a decently fair game, decently even. That goes to Dries. Nice move to Colpon. Through ball. And Lake was offsides there.
Well, with Wayne Hills seeing now that the referees are calling everything that's even close to offsides, they have to know that they've timed their runs better, maybe run in and then out. Anything they can do just to wait the extra second to not be called offsides.
Not a good pass there from Egghead to Fragaponi. Wayne Hill's going to steal the ball back, and Chrissy Cherub making a run. The defender making a run. She's got to cross it, and there's no one making a run on the other side of the field for Wayne Hills.
That was still a great run by Christy Cherub, getting
Absolutely.
past all the defenders.
Hills almost, scored again, but the ball took a bounce right into the hands of the goalie, Egghead. Clifton saves it, but it's going to be Wayne Hills throw-in.
On a somewhat unrelated note, I see Kelly Burian standing on the sideline by herself, so that's a good sign. She's not.
Looks like she's near the sub table, so I think she'll be back in soon. That's good. Let's have a Clifton goal kick. And Colpon's going to steal the ball off the goal kick and, give it right back to the goalie. I don't think that was their intentions there. And Clifton is really slowing down the tempo of this game. We saw earlier that the ball was on Wayne Hill's side of the field a lot, and the ball has been on Clifton's side of the field for what seems like the past 20 minutes.
Well, this could just be all conditioning and motivation at this point in the season, because it looks like Wayne Hills, they're just moving up the field effortlessly, just running past Clifton time after time.
And we see a bad pass there from Wayne Hills, and I think they passed to the wrong side of the field. There were 2 open Wayne Hills teammates on the near side of the field, and they passed to the far side, and closing out the ball back. And number 28's got it. And Wayne Hill's fighting for it. And Dries trying to seal the ball away, but 21 and for Clifton's going to retain it. Wayne Hill's going to take it back. Zayna has it. Up to Sabrina Cierney.
Cierney has not had a good touch so far in this game. That's 2 times now she's touched the ball where she can't get it.
Well, you have to remember she did come in for Burien, so I don't believe she was starting this game. As you see Clifton trying to make a run. The defense for Wayne Hill is too strong, and Dries is going to try to bring this one up the field. The pass, and no offsides call there, certainly not offsides, but Egger's going to come out, make a nice play. But Dries has it again. She could not have more room. And nice shot by Dries, but a beautiful save by Egger.
It was a good thought. The goalie was running back to the goal with her back turned. She figures, I'm going to take the shot.
You know, from 40 yards away, and that had some power on it, to be honest. Hill's going to get that one back. Back to Clifton. Switching field, and Chrissy Charrett makes a nice play on it. Clifton over reverse field. And a bad pass there. Cierney with the stop, actually. And Dries is all over this Clifton player. And Cierney with it. Switches field. You know, it's funny. I just realized, looks like 21 on both teams are the tallest players. And Colpon's going to get it on the through ball. Cut back in. And nice save there. It'll be a Wayne Hills throw-in. Sarah Bendel had an opportunity there, but kicked it off the body of a Clifton player. And Dree's going to try to make a run for it. And again with a beautiful save just inside the goalie box.
Well, she has been active with Wayne Hills getting up the field so easily. No goalie wants this much work in the first half.
It seems like Wayne Hills is taking 20, 25 shots on goal at this point. So we're approaching the 3.5-minute mark left in this half. And on the opposite side of the field, Sabrina Cierney was wide open. Nice header there by Colpon. And this ball goes down to Wayne Hill's side of the field. And Wayne Hills lets it go out of bounds for their throw-in.
I haven't realized this until right now, but Sabrina Cierney is only a freshman. A freshman, and she's playing in a varsity county final. That's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And Cierney and Brooke Kowalski are the two freshmen on this team. And I'm sure there are some nerves, along with them as Demi makes another nice save. And if I'm correct, Brooke Kowalski is the sister of Allie Kowalski, who was a fantastic soccer player in her own right. Graduated last year. And Lakin's going to try to get this one. Pass up to Colpon. Oh, and tried going to Cierney, who was making a run down the side of the field. Clifton stole it away. And Cherub just outran number 8 for Clifton.
Well, that's what you want to have in your outside backs. You just want to have a defender who can just outrun the forward. If the ball goes over their head, you want to be able to have your defense get the ball first, and that's what Cherub did right there.
And Clifton's going to sub out. And Christy's been playing absolutely amazing soccer this whole game, really. And a header there for Clifton, but right to it, Demi makes another nice save.
And remember, I believe Christy played stopper her first few years here at Wayne Hill, so she's made the adjustment to outside defender quite well.
Absolutely. And there looks to be some pushing there with number 2. And number 2's annoyed with that call, but there was clearly a push.
Clearly, people just don't fall down like that when they're jumping up for a header. That's just a straight out push.
It was right in front of us, and we saw her fall. Like, that was clearly a push. And looks like the scoreboard is stopped on 157. Not a good kick right there. Chrissy's going to get it. Nice move there. Some nice moves, trying to create something. Gets it up to Lakin. Lakin's going to lose the ball. Egger's going to get it. Up to midfield, under the Wayne Hill side of the field. And the defense is playing really well for Wayne Hills. And Christie again with the stop. Up to Zayna.
If that got by her, there was a Clifton player wide open. So she had to stop that, and she did a great job.
Up to Zayna to Sierra Colpon. Colpon for the through ball, and Lakin is just offsides.
Well, I was watching that. I saw Lakin and Colpon make eye contact, and I watched Lakin, and she went back, and she did not run until that ball was kicked. I do not agree with that call.
Tom, I think you could be a better ref than these guys at this point.
Trust me, I've refed. I'm no great ref.
And Shara bringing the ball up the field again. Up the side of the field to Sarah Bendel. For Cherub. Cherub's all the way up on the offensive side of the field. And just a beautiful play by the defender right there for Clifton. And that'll be a corner for Wayne Hills.
Well, you have to imagine Wayne Hills going straight for Cherub's head right here.
Absolutely. She's got a few into everyone on the Clifton team. And we hear a whistle there. And it's going to be Clifton ball. Not really sure what happened there. I couldn't see it in the huge huddle.
Well, it's probably just a push by a Wayne Hills player. Not a big deal on a corner kick. It happens.
Right. The scoreboard clock is still stopped at 1:57, so we're going to go with the refs watch here, and we're assuming the half's coming to an end pretty soon. Bendel might have gotten away with the push there. That's going to be Wayne Hill's ball on the throw-in. Mellow Colpon to Zayna. Zayna loses it in the pass. And that is going to be halftime of this county final game. And at halftime, Wayne Hills has a 2-0 lead on, I don't want to say two controversial goals, but two, I got to say, pretty quick goals that, a bit of confusion ensued with them. Clifton was not happy with either of the goals. Thought there might have been some offsides and some wrong calls by the refs. But overall, I think, the refs are having a pretty good game. And Wayne Hills has all the momentum going into this half, especially with the 2-0 lead. The defense, the offense, and especially beyond Ademi have been playing absolutely fantastically. So before we go to break, Tom, give us some final words for this half.
I think one word can describe this entire half: fitness. It seems like Wayne Hills is running by Clifton. Whenever they have the ball, they're winning every 50-50 ball. They're getting to the ball first. That's the difference in the game right now. Wayne Hills just wants it more.
And I have to absolutely agree with you. It seems for some points, especially right after Wayne Hills scored, Clifton is playing very sluggishly, and I think that really cost them, especially for the second goal. But props to their goalie who's been playing, incredible soccer, gave up 2 goals, but had a ton of shots on her in the first half, and I'll expect a lot more in the second half. So, like we said, we'll be back after this break, but at halftime, Wayne Hills is up 2-0.
Excellent protection all the time in the world. Looking downfield, looking for Van Peenan, triple covered, sticks it in there, flags on the play. Van Peenan ahead to the 20, looking for the sideline. He's across the 10, near the goal line, dives. Touchdown, Ray Van Peenan.
And we're back for the start of the second half. of this Passaic County girls soccer championship game. Excuse me, that's a mouthful. Where the Wayne Hills Patriots have a 2-0 lead on the Clifton Mustangs. And there have been some controversial calls here. Lots of offsides that may not have been offsides. Some, throwing calls that have been questionable. But overall, I'd say the officiating has been pretty fair. What do you think?
Yeah, the refs haven't been siding with one team more than the other. It's just that Wayne Hills has had more opportunities to be offsides. I think fairness-wise, it's fine, but the actual calls of the officials are, some of them are questionable.
I'd agree with you. And Wayne Hills is going to start with the ball in the second half. And I think with the second half starting, I'm not going to expect to see as many shots. For Wayne Hills, I think they're going to lay back a little more on defense. They already have a 2-goal lead. And I think with the defense they've been playing, you put a little more defense on, and that lead is going to be insurmountable.
Well, we'll see how the positioning of Wayne Hills changes as this second half goes on. I'd like to see if they drop back one of their forwards just to have an extra midfielder.
Wayne Hills has it. And Brooke Kowalski, the other freshman, aside from Sabrina Cierney, is now in the game. And we found out at halftime that the starting center midfielder for Clifton is injured and not in the game right now. So we don't know how much of an effect that is having on the Clifton team. Wayne Hills has the ball. Up to Dries. And Dries with the pass to Lakin, but Lakin was offsides. And no question there, Lakin was offsides.
Well, that's what Wayne Hills needs to do. They just need to go out and attack just to show Clifton that, hey, we're not letting up. We're not just going to lay back and wait for you to make a mistake. We're going to come after you.
And Jackie Martinez took a ball in the back there, hobbling a bit. But she's got the ball back right now. Up to Kelly Burian. Over to Nicolette Dries, and Dries will reverse it. Up to Sarah Bendel. Kelly Burian's calling for the ball on the other side of the field. And is finally going to get it. Over to Nicolette Dries in the middle of the field. And Lakin's got it off a deflection, trying to do something with it. Back to Zayna, and another offsides call, this one against Sierra Colpon. And Tom, I saw your expression there. What do you feel about that offsides call?
I agree with it. I made a face because just like, oh, seriously? Because it was not a fast break. She could have been on sides. I believe she was a few steps off sides. It's just frustrating to see such a good string of passes and a great pass to her just to have it all negated by an offsides.
I agree with you, and we saw some good defensive play by Christy Cherub. She got beat a little bit there, but with her big stride, she easily made up for it. Got back, and now it's going to be a throw-in for Wayne Hills. And Teresa's got it, and it's going to be another Wayne Hills throw-in. Zayna's got it, switches field, over to Kowalski, up to Bendel. And Bendel tries passing it up, but it's deflected, and Clifton's got it. Number 7, Fragaponi's got it for Clifton. And Jackie Martinez with a nice deflection there. And apparently Colpon, according to the judge, was offsides there, but Clifton's got the ball anyway. And a slide tackle there against Wayne Hill is going to go for a penalty. It'll be a Clifton ball, and a Clifton player is down.
Couldn't see exactly what happened there, but afterwards it looked like she was really straining her neck and her back. I'm not sure if she was trying to stretch it out or if something pretty bad happened.
I saw that slide tackle, and I thought immediately it was going to be a penalty, and it wasn't called for a few seconds. But it looked to me like an immediate penalty, and the players, sitting down. Looks to be stretching a bit, but I think she'll need some help getting off the field. We forgot to mention, by the way, Kelly Burian's back in the game. We've said her name a few times, but we forgot to mention that she is back in the game after getting injured in the first half.
Well, that's definitely a good sign. That means it was nothing too bad, enough to get her out of the game, but it's always good to see a senior player being able to come back into the game that matters this much.
As Clifton's going to sub out. And Tom, I want to talk more about your key player of the game was Christy Cherub. And, you know, Teresa scored and Lakin scored. And, you know, the offense has been playing very well. But I don't know where this team would be if it wasn't for Christy Cherub. She has been, I think, the leader of this team. You know, she's made runs offensively in addition to her incredible defensive play. And I'm a bit jealous I didn't pick her as my key player.
Well, Christy Cherub playing varsity since a freshman, playing, not just being on the team since a freshman, and she's just a stud. She knows what she's doing out there, and she's tough.
Absolutely, and we saw Katie Brody for Clifton was the injured player walk off the field, you know, essentially under her own power. So that's good, absolutely, for Clifton. Kelly Burian trying to make a run here. Still following the ball, but Aguiar's got it for Clifton. Bendel's going to intercept that one. Up to Dries, and Dries is not offsides. Looking for a cross, and just behind Lakin and Colbon.
That was a great cross, great runs by both of them. Just didn't work out that time.
And we'll have a throw-in for Clifton, and we finally see some runs made by Wayne Hills on both sides of the ball. And Burian is just taken down by that Clifton player.
That's a blatant foul. Both hands were around her waist, and she just was just fixed on bringing her down.
Yeah. And Burian's a bit shaken. But she's tough. She'll walk it off. But I agree with you. You're right. Like, it didn't even look like that defender was going for the ball. It looked like she was going to take down Burian. I don't know why that was.
Well, undoubtedly. That's for sure what was happening.
A nice cross by Colpon, but right into the hands of the goalie, Egghead. Excuse me. And Christie with the header. You know, being taller than that offensive player, you know, gets the header. But heads it out of bounds. It's going to be a Clifton throw-in. And Colpon's got this in the middle of the field. Defender's coming on, and Fragaponi is going to steal it. And Cherub's going to steal it right back. And she's having probably the game of her life. She's really playing amazingly well. She has so much heart and so much skill, and she's playing fantastically.
Well, she is, and she's just been able to run by people, and it has the finesse in her footwork, just that when she gets by them, she can get by another 2-3 defenders before making a very accurate pass.
Clifton wanted a handball there. No call, but no harm, no foul as the goalie has it. Fragaponi's got it. That's the one name I memorized so far for Clifton. And Jackie Martinez has got it. Up to Dries. Dries over to Burian. And that ball's going to take it away by Clifton. Cherub again with the interception. Deflection. Dries has got it again on the pass from Zayna. And Bendel's making a run. That was an absolutely beautiful pass from Dries. Oh, what an absolutely fantastic save by Egia, the goalie. Ben will take a fantastic shot into the lower 90. Curved that one beautifully, and an absolutely fantastic save by the Clifton goalie.
Speechless. Just speechless.
I saw your expression there, and well, that was an absolutely beautiful save. Wayne Hill's going to have a corner, but I'm just absolutely astounded by the quality, the caliber of that save. That corner kick's going to go over everyone's head. But Burian's got it, slips, gets back up, still has the ball. And Rachel Egiad, the goalie's got it. And Egiad is just a sophomore, so playing in a county championship as a sophomore. And she's had a fantastic game so far. The 2 goals, weren't really her fault. One of them she had and went out of her hands, but the other one was not really her fault. And she's made some fantastic saves. And just a sophomore, I think Clifton's got a bright future.
For sure, especially with her leg. I mean, it can only get stronger.
She got a rocket leg, and Christy Sheriff, I saw it, I'm sure you saw it. It stretched the arms there, and that foul's going to go against her. Wayne Hill's going to build a wall for this free kick. And that ball will be cleared. And Jackie Martinez is going to get it, but it's taken away by Clifton. 12 for Clifton's got it. Up to number 8, and number 8 was offside, and they made the call there. And wow, we are in the Clifton stands right now, and they are very disappointed, to say the least, with that call. Very, very disappointed.
Well, again, that was a close offsides call, but I do believe the refs made the correct call that time.
Myself too. There was like a huge gasp, one communal gasp by this whole side of the stands. And a high kick, or a high leg there by Colpon, but it's going to go against Clifton for a push.
It was a push before the high leg.
Burian's got it, and some offsides there by, I'm guessing, numerous players on the Wayne Hills team.
Well, that's not going to work out, putting a high ball near Christy Cherub.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Right in Cherub's area, and Cherub had it, and then Burian knocked it away from her, and Clifton's got an opportunity here. And is that Jackie Martinez again? No, it was Brooke Kowalski, the freshman, really with the stop there before Beyond Demi can make that save. And Brooke Kowalski, the freshman, coming up huge, stopping a goal.
And Brianna Demi, too, having the state of mind to realize where the ball is and just fall right on top of it.
We've mentioned Ademi has had a fantastic game. Made her fair share of saves this game. Playing really fantastic soccer. And that's going to be another Wayne Hills throw-in. And Lakin's got this one. Looking for a cross and run to the arms of Egiad. Zayna Hafsh coming on fast. And Wayne Hills is going to get possession back. And it looks like Clifton was expecting a whistle. but none's coming. Sarah Bendel and defender are fighting for the ball. And penalty against Fragaponi, the defender. And Tom, once again, the Clifton crowd is in an uproar. What do you think about that call?
I don't know what they're upset about. I mean, it was a blatant foul. Like, I'm just, again, I don't know what they're looking at.
Fragaponi going to be called again for a foul on number 12, Sarah Bendel.
Well, this is what the refs had to be afraid of from the beginning of the game. That's why they're calling it so tightly. Is now with Clifton down 2-0 with very little time remaining. I mean, they still have 27 minutes. But without very much time.
Nice cross by Colpon, and what a fantastic save by Eggett again. Oh my gosh. And that's a goal. Oh, what a beautiful shot, Andy Lakin. I'm sort of speechless. I promised you a goal call like I did my the first goal they scored, but I am honestly speechless after that goal. Just a fantastic save by Eggett, but that one bounced right back to Andy Lakin with the left-footed shot, puts in the upper 90, and an absolutely fantastic shot by Andy Lakin. And that's got to suck even more of the life out of Clifton, and I'm exasperated. I'm out of breath, and I'm speechless, to be honest.
Well, I think Wayne Hills has to know that they pretty much have this game under control, except right here, Christy Sharp makes a minor mental mistake, not chasing down the ball. But Wayne Hills up 3-0, county finals, under 30 minutes left. They have to feel good about their chances.
Absolutely. Christie missed the ball there, but expected to go out of bounds, and it just did before the Clifton player got there. It's a no harm, no foul, really. Zayna to Christie. Back to Zayna. Zayna's going to lose it. And everyone on Clifton's side of the field is yelling and upset with that call, but I think that was a clear tripping penalty. I don't know about you.
I don't know. I'm a little bit more unsure than you are. I think it could have gone either way.
No, it's very tough to see from our angle. But the Clifton side is the same angle as us, so I don't know what they see that we don't, that they're in such an uproar. And and now that a call finally goes for Clifton, the crowd is cheering. That's funny. I guess it's not necessarily the best sportsmanship, but that's sort of funny. And that one's gonna go right to a Demi, and no one really made a run there for Clifton. So Demi's gonna take plenty of time. And a high punt. And there was a push on Sierra Colbon. Not a big one, but just enough to make number 2 fall down, and that's going to be a free kick for Clifton.
That's exactly right. Enough to make it be a foul, but nothing more.
It was blatant enough where we were able to see it, but not like a hard push. Fragaponi crosses it to the middle. And Chrissy Cherub again, clears the ball, and she's playing out of her mind right now. This whole Wayne Hills team is really playing amazingly. So Clifton's going to throw it in, and now it's going to go right to Dries. Dries trying to save it, will. Some nice fancy footwork by Dries, but pass up the field goes out of bounds. It's going to be another Clifton throw-in. And Bjorn's going to steal this.
That was a great read throw-in. She ran after the throw-in was made, and the Clifton players didn't run to the ball. That's fitness again.
And Zayna's got it, passes it up. And Bendel looking to make a run. And it looks like number 12, who I believe his name is Shannon, is going to beat her, and she does, and Eggett clears it. Colpon's got it. And Bendel's clearly offsides there by yards.
It looked to me like Sierra said you're offsides, and then Bendel, I assumed, came back or kept calling for it, so she gave it to her, but what are you going to do?
Sierra had 3 girls on her. It's a tough situation. You don't want to lose the ball. You might as well, get it outfield. And Sierra's going to pass the Clifton defender, cross it, and Lakin going for the hat trick just misses it. And Drees tried making a save there, but it's going to be a goal kick. But there is a player down for Clifton, and she looks like she is in a lot of pain, Tom.
Yeah, as soon as Sierra passed her, she just stopped and grabbed both knees and then just flipped over onto her back.
And that's never good. And, you know, Wayne Hills or Clifton, whoever you're rooting for, you don't ever like to see injuries. And you now have two freshmen on the field. Sabrina Cerny is going to come back in and replace Sarah Bendel.
Well, that's two freshmen now on the right side of Wayne Hill's defense and midfield. So if I was Clifton and I knew this information, I think that would be where I attacked first.
I completely agree with you. At this point, I think it's a bit too late. You know, with 23 minutes left in this game, anything's possible. But I think even if you get past, you know, the two freshmen, you still have the whole Wayne Hills team to get past. You know, it's you know, just one person after another. You know, picking up, you know, where the last person left off. And I think, you know, getting past this Wayne Hills team is just so hard. The defense is just so strong, as we've seen by, you know, Christy Cherub and Jackie Martinez and the rest of the defense.
I think someone who doesn't get enough credit is the sweeper of Wayne Hills, Ali Brunetti. So the sweeper just doesn't see very much action, so we don't say their names quite as often, but it doesn't mean they're any less important. Ali Brunetti's had a solid game, some big clears, taking the goal kicks, getting some headers out.
Absolutely, and we see Shannon Guzman, who was number 12, was the injured player, walking off the field under her own strength, so that's good to see. And Tom, you're completely right. We have not mentioned Ali Brunetti's name this whole game, but she's been a key player this whole season. And, you know, the sweepers not get a lot of credit, but they're in charge of the whole defense. You know, they gotta tell everyone where to be, where to go, who to get. So they really deserve a lot more credit than we give them. That's going to be a throw-in for Wayne Hills. And see, I was going to take it, but Coach Pepe says no. Sierra loses it. But Cerny gets it, and then it's going out of bounds.
Well, it was a good ball if Lakin was making a run, because the ball was perfectly placed over both Lakin's and the defender's head, but with Lakin not making a run, it was a pointless pass.
And time is winding down. 22 minutes approaching for this Clifton team. And Drees gets the boot in there. So right back to Egghead. And again, is taking her sweet time, despite the fact that her team is down 3-0. And time's running out. And Lake is trying to get this ball. Colpon strongly approaching. It looks like Colpon took an elbow to the face on that one. No call, but she's tough. She got right back up. And Burion's going to come off the field again. Replaced by Sabrina Cerny.
Well, just a observation is Sierra Colpon gets every header for this Wayne Hills team.
I saw that. It's either Christy or it's Sierra. Sarah Bendel came back in after a few minutes of rest to replace the limping Kelly Burian.
That's a freshman right there making that play. Great play.
And you talked about Clifton making runs on the near side of the field because there are two freshmen on it. But, you know, Kowalski just stepped up, made a fantastic play there. Oh, and Clifton with a missed opportunity there. Number 24 had the shot. Curved it a bit too much. It's going to be a corner kick for Clifton. And Wayne Hill's going to get it back.
That was a good play by Jackie Martinez. Smart play. Putting it where only Wayne Hills could get it. Right there, the ball does travel out of bounds. But that's where you want the ball to go.
Absolutely. You said it travels out of bounds, but having the ball out of bounds at midfield rather than having the ball, in your own 18-yard box is a very different situation. And there's going to be another throw-in for Clifton. And the ball's going to get stolen. It's Wayne Hill's ball now. Up to Lakin, but Lakin's not going to get there. And Bendel tried to make a run for that ball, but in turn left her girl open, but no harm because bad touch there, and it's going to be a throw-in for Wayne Hills.
Looked like that pass was hit off of her shin guard, which did not give her the angle needed.
And Bendel with a bad touch there, and it'll be a throw-in for Clifton. Number 17. Pass up to number 8, who's on freshman Brooke Kowalski. Kowalski makes a nice play. As the ball crossed to midfield. And look at that hustle from Christy Cherub. And absolutely fantastic hustle, but just a missed touch there, and it's going to be another Clifton throw-in.
Well, Christy can just fly. She looked around to see if any of her players were around the ball. She realized that no one was going to it, so she just hustled and beat out a Clifton player who was sprinting from the very beginning. That's just, wow, fast.
That acceleration just coming onto the ball was absolutely incredible.
Well, I believe that Wayne Hills can start relaxing right about now because a 3-0 game, 20 minutes left.
Sorry, there's some pushing and shoving going on as Sierra Copan almost had that ball in her run. And Clifton's got it again, but Cherub is going to steal it right back. And Cherub with some fancy footwork, but a nice stop there by the Clifton defender. But Hill's got it again to the middle of the field, and Clifton's got it. Off to number 7, Fragaponi. Deflected by Martinez. And Sierra's offsides right there.
The only thing that I think Wayne Hills could work at for the rest of this season, this game I think they have pretty much wrapped up, but being able to change the field on the attack. They can change it when they're out in the back, but on the run, as they're going, if they switch the field, they always have one, maybe 2 people wide open on the other side of the field. Just maybe give it a shot one game and just see how it works. It could prevent some of these unnecessary offsides penalties.
I completely agree, and interesting shot there as the goalie's running back to the goal after taking that free kick. Christy Sheriff was, pulled down there, did not get the header, but no call. And Christy's going to get it now, dribble up the field.
She has lots of room to run with. She's not giving this ball up right away.
I think in a lot of defenders' cases, they sort of want to get out of her way just because she's so big and, comes at you so quickly.
Well, she can fly, and imagine seeing someone a full head taller than you just sprinting faster than you can directly at you.
Absolutely, and both teams are going to make subs. The goalie comes out for Clifton, gets a standing ovation, and Zayna Habsha comes out for Wayne Hills. And some fighting going on for the ball, and a Clifton player falls, and it's going to be a free kick for Clifton.
Clifton players calling for the ball, wanting the free kick to come quicker.
And Brunetti with a nice play there. I knew we'd get a name in here at some point. And Fragaponi's got it. And a fantastic play by Brooke Kowalski, the freshman. This one up to Bendel. Bit too far. But Haley Sava, got it and ended up losing the ball. She's just a sophomore.
It's always good to see a young player just run through someone like she just did.
And Sava again with the effort. And fell to the ground there a bit and ends up getting the call. And it's going to be a free kick for Wayne Hills. As we're under the 15-minute mark left in this game. And the new goalie. To be honest, I'm not sure who the new goalie is. We have the roster, but it says Eggedge really played goalie the whole year. Kowalski with the header. Up to Dries, and Dries is going to lose it. Clifton's got it. And deep ball there, and she just goes out of bounds before the Clifton player can get it. And it'll be a goal kick.
Well, for a freshman, that was good instincts, knowing just to shield the ball off for a little while and then just bail out. So in case a Clifton player did be able to touch it, it wouldn't be deflected off of her. A very smart play.
Zayna Hopsher comes back in. And interesting to see Shannon Guzman, who was the injured player from Clifton before, comes back in. And Sierra Colpon comes off. And Sierra, the striker, comes off. In the midfielder, Zayna comes back in. So I think the team is really focusing more on defense at this point. As the ball will just roll out of bounds there. And it'll be a throw-in for Clifton.
Well, it looks like Sierra's going to go right back into this game because she's back at the 50-yard mark, right in front of the line judge.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. And a give and go for Clifton. And Jackie Martinez is going to make a beautiful defensive play. And Kowalski clears it. And Lakin is going to get the hat trick with a goal. That's going to make it 4-0 Wayne Hills. And that's just a bad play by the backup goalie.
Yeah, there's no reason to pop that ball up. You can use your hands for a reason as a goalie. Don't do that.
And Lakin took advantage of that opportunity, gets the hat trick with the easy goal there. And Clifton took out their starting goalie for this backup, whose name we are not yet sure of. And the decision is not looking to pay off at this point.
Well, this game is now out of reach. I think I can safely say that. This game's out of reach for Clifton.
As if the 3-0 lead wasn't insurmountable already, 4-0 is pretty much insurmountable. I think this game is, with less than 12 minutes left, it'll take a miracle, and one heck of a miracle at that, for Clifton to even tie this game.
Well, Wayne Hills just needs solid defense at this point. They need no offense, just slow and defense. All I need.
And another fantastic play by Kowalski. Freshman really stepping up. Wayne Hills will seal that one. And Zayna with some beautiful footwork there. Up to Bindle. And Nicolette Dries with some beautiful forward to get past 4 defenders. But a beautiful kick save by the goalie, who is 15 yards outside the net.
Well, as you said, it was a great move. But I think that shot could have been a little bit better. She still had some extra room to take another touch.
I completely agree. And she could have lifted that shot more, too. And Demi's going to take all the time she can. And gets it out to Sierney. And Sierney coming up the side of the field. Gets it over to Dries. Dries tries to make it across the call upon the Clifton defender, just whiffs on it. And Bendel makes a touch. And Colholm with the bad touch there, steps on the ball and falls. And Chrissy Charrett misses the ball there, but she's going to hustle back and make sure she gets that. She'll hustle up the field. Chrissy still got it. And she's going to hustle up the field and slow down the tempo a bit now that she's up here. An interesting shot there from about 40 yards away, and a pretty easy save by the goalie. Nice defensive play by Jackie Martinez. Sarah Bendel on the throw-in to Zayna Hausch. Kolpon making a run. And now Dries. And it's a 2-on-1, and Dries is going to have a beautiful shot for the goal. And now it is 5-0 on Dries' second of the game. That's my key player, by the way. I just want to mention that, Tom. And what did Dries do right there, Tom?
Well, she just made a great run. That's all she had to do. She made a run that was on sides. She got a decent ball passed to her, and she just saw an opening and just took it. It's just simple soccer.
She took that shot from 27, 28 yards away, puts it beautifully in the lower left corner of the net. That is just pinpoint accuracy for the junior that's soon to attend University of North Carolina.
Well, Wayne Hills now can just put in everyone that normally wouldn't start in a game, but feel confident and get them experience in a county final.
And the scoreboard stopped at about 12 minutes, so I'm not exactly sure how much time is left on the clock. But I'd imagine we're about single digits now. As Kolpon's got it. 2 defenders on. Some nice footwork there. And now they're just playing keep away, and we can see it right now. And it's four defenders from Clifton on 1 from Wayne Hills, and Wayne Hills got it.
That's the same exact play that they scored on last time. All 4 of the defenders are just in a line. Sure, it's good for the offsides trap, but at the same time, if you can break through that one line, it's you and the goalie.
And we saw it with Dries. A nice play there by Lakin to Christy Cherup, and not offsides, and Christy is taken down by the goalie. That's completely legal. And Christy's hurt.
She went down hard. The goalie took her left leg. Looked like her thigh or her knee of her left leg. She just got hit hard.
Christy's writhing in pain, hands on her face. And that was a completely legal play by the goalie, Tom?
It seemed like it should be because the player's dribbling into her. I don't think the goalie can be blamed for that.
I know the goalie has, the right to get the ball at pretty much any means. And I think that was a completely legal play. I see our athletic trainer, Margaret, strutting out onto the field with some of the coaches. And I think that's just unfortunate at this point because, with 7 minutes or so left in this county championship, I think it's really tough if one of your players gets hurt. And this looks like a pretty severe injury. Christy's still on the ground.
Well, Coach Porta is also on the sidelines for Wayne Hills. I believe he is the JV coach. And remember, she plays basketball for him in the winter. So he has to be, he's double nervous right now.
Absolutely. And we hate to see an injury like this, and Christy's still down. Up, and she's sitting up now, so that's good. Brianna Gerlight is going to sub in for her. And we're going to hope that Christy can get off the field, under her own power and in the next few minutes. But until she's and Christy is getting helped off the field, favoring her left foot, not really putting any power on her right foot.
Well, everyone here wishes her the best for a quick recovery. Hopefully we'll be ready for the state games that will be coming up shortly.
Christy looks like she's in some severe pain, so the trainer is here. I'm sure you'll get some ice on it, some heat on it. Hopefully it's not too severe. We saw Christy walk off, with a little help, but mostly under her own power, so I'm really hoping it's not too severe of an injury. One thing I've seen today from Jackie Martinez is that it seems like she's a bit afraid to take a header. She always either turns her back to the ball or, takes it from her leg.
Well, she took one header earlier in this game. That was a very hard one. She could have, I know for me sometimes, you get a hard header and then it hurts,
Yeah.
So after a couple of those, maybe she's just, maybe she can't handle it anymore.
Absolutely. And number 8 on Clifton is shaken up. I think she just slipped and fell the wrong way. Number 8 will come in. And Kowalski clears that.
That's a beautiful ball, beautiful placement.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot. I'm not even sure who that's by, but that was an absolutely beautiful shot. Just missed the goal.
It floated over the goalie, had the perfect amount of power.
And I think it was Colbon, but I'm not 100% sure. That'll be a free kick for Clifton. And Clifton's making a run. And potentially a bit too late, but Clifton will get on the board here, prevent the shutout. That is going to be a goal and make it 5-1 Wayne Hills. And the Clifton crowd is cheering, and some of them are on their feet, but they're still down 4 goals.
I don't know. I consider that's bad sportsmanship. I mean, cheering that much for one goal, I don't know. But for the actual goal, the player who just entered the game for Christy Cherub, Brianna Garlett, I believe, there was a header that she really needed to get to when she's inside the box, and she just turned her back to it.
Yeah, I saw that too. Wayne Hills, I think, is still just playing keep away for the final 5 or so minutes of this game. They nicely built up an insurmountable lead. As number 5 for Wayne Hills, Jackie Cohen almost had a run there.
Well, the Wayne Hills defense, I know this isn't their normal back, but they need to either need to get to the ball or they need to box out the other players because no one was even realized that the forward from Clifton was charging right off their back.
And you just see the effect that the absence of Christy Cherpass in this team, it's only been a few minutes, but she is such a leader communicating and playing and her heart and everything that her absence is really causing a big change in the gameplay as we see right now from Wayne Hills. And number 3, Bridget Cohen is going to be called offsides there for Wayne Hills. And I got to say something, I love having someone who understands soccer as my co-host. Zayna Hausha up to, looks to be Sierney. And Gerlight's got this one.
Well, Sierney has had some nice run this game.
Sure, and she's going. And Hills has a chance here. And a nice save by the goalie. And Jackie Cohen tried pushing it back, but gets pushed out of the way. Nice play by Jackie Martinez. Gonna switch field to Gerlight, and Gerlight almost loses the ball there. And Gerlight missed the ball there, but that one's going out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Wayne Hills, excuse me. As Wayne Hills is gonna sub in 3 players.
Number 24, Jenna Asardi. Number 7, Sabrina Schumann. And number 2, Alexis Silly.
So 3 subs, Zayna's coming out, Jackie Martinez is coming out, and Ali Brunetti is coming out. So you're taking out 2 of your best defenders and your best midfielder. Luckily enough, you're up 4 goals, so hopefully it won't make too big of a difference.
Well, Wayne Hills seems to not be worrying about if Clifton ends up scoring any more goals because it really doesn't matter at this point. They just seem to want to be working in some of the younger players.
Completely agree, and Clifton player went down hard there. That'll be a free kick for Clifton.
Well, Wayne Hills with Cherapau and Brunetti. This team looks pretty short right now.
Nice play there by Gerlight. And the pass will slowly roll out of bounds for another Clifton throw-in. I heard some communication up here that said they're on you, and as soon as the player heard that, clears the ball away. Sierney got beat there, and it's going to be a Clifton ball, the free kick.
I'm not sure what the call there was.
Me neither. Number 17, Gina LeBeau, taking the free kick. Haley Sava there. Over to Bendel. That'll be out of bounds, and that'll be a Wayne Hills throw-in. And there's a substitution for Wayne Hills.
Number 4, Katie Salviano.
Number 4, Katie Salviano will come in and replace Sarah Bendel.
So Wayne Hills seems like they have no regulars in there right now.
Jackie Cohen's going to steal the ball, but got it stolen right back. And Sierney with a bad touch. But Janet Tardy clears that one away. And Gerlight's got it. Gerlight will switch fields. Not a good pass there by Gerlight. Gina LeBeau's got it. And loses it up to Jackie Cohen. And Cohen tried for the through ball. Nothing doing. Attardi again. Number 18, Haley Sava, has got it. And nothing doing there. And Gerlight is going to have to run back and get it with 2 Clifton players approaching. And it'll be a Wayne Hills throw-in. Bridget Cohen's got it. And that ball is clear to the middle, and Clifton ball now. And Clifton's got it, and a nice play there by Brooke Kowalski again. And Demi's got it, and I'm sure she'll take her time.
Well, it's 2 minutes on the stopped clock, so it should be very close to ending.
Something you didn't tell me in the first half, Tom, is that at the final 2 minutes of each half, the scoreboard clock ends, so there's no confusion as to with the fans and the coaches about the scoreboard clock. We all go with the ref's whistle. And we have it right there. And congratulations to the Wayne Hills Patriots girls soccer team. They are the 2011 Passaic County girls soccer champions with a fantastic 5-1 victory over the Clifton Mustangs. And they are jumping around in the middle of the field. Tom, before we go down to the field and get some interviews, give us your final words, final thoughts of this game.
Well, I've been saying that the whole game, Wayne Hills just looked like they were the dominant force. Wayne Hills got to every ball. That's it. They had the ball at their feet the entire time, except for the first 5 minutes of the game, which Clifton looked reasonably good. But Wayne Hills, they were better.
And Wayne Hills played an absolutely fantastic game. Christy Cherub just walked onto the field, is not wearing shin guard or a shoe or anything on one of her legs, on her right leg, which I think is the one that's hurt. The players are crying, and I'm sure it's not out of pain. I'm sure it's out of joy. And just an absolutely fantastic game played by Wayne Hills. They are now 15-1 this season, and the 2011 Passaic County champions. So congratulations to them. And that is going to be done. We're going to be done for up here, but don't leave your seats, because when we come back, we're going on the field to talk with some of the players.
High formation for the Patriots right now, and the fans are on their feet. Monahan, look at that, he's back in the pocket, and he's going for Greg Olson, and he got it! He got it! Touchdown, Patriots! Touchdown, Patriots!
We're here on the field after the impressive 5-1 victory for the 2011 Passaic County champs, Wayne Hills Patriots. And I'm here with 2 of the game's key players, Christy Cherub and Sierra Colpon. Guys, just give us, some words about the game.
I think we played with heart. We had to finish and play our game together, and we had to do passes and connect together and show everyone what we're capable of.
I think it's been like a long journey for our senior class as a whole. Basically, we're all started on varsity. Most of us did, and it was just like an emotional game, and we knew that if we had to come out and give it our all, and we did it more for each other than anyone else.
I know you guys played Clifton earlier in the year, and you guys won 2-1 on a 79th minute goal. And this game was 5-0 at one point and over pretty quickly. What was the difference between that game and this county championship?
I think that game, it got emotional and it got into more of like hitting each other than playing soccer, and they got us out of our game. I think we stayed composed and knew what we had to do as a team and got the job done.
I think we knew that we had to come out strong. We had to play together as a team and play definitely with our hearts and show everyone. So.
Well, you guys certainly succeeded today with your 5-1 victory. So, Chrissy, I know at the end of the game, you went down, had a fall, and was on the ground for a few minutes. We were all concerned up there. So, you seem fine now. You have like a brace on. But what was the prognosis?
I think it's just a slight bruise. I mean, I'm gonna come back and play definitely in states and come hard. So I'm not gonna just shut down and give up. It's definitely a motivation, and I'm gonna come out harder.
You guys played fantastically today. Thank you guys. I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to let you go party with your team. And once again, congratulations on the victory and the county championship.
Thank you.
And we're here on the field after the impressive 5-1 victory today with the game's goal scorers, Nicolette Dries and Andy Lakin. You guys had 5 goals combined today, correct?
Yeah.
Andy, you had an incredible hat trick. I was not expecting that. A hat trick's an incredible feat. And how'd you do that?
On the first goal, like Nikki played like a great pass, and like I took a bad touch, but then like I recovered it. And then the second one, I just shot it. And then the third, I just like read the goalie's bad touch because she's been having like a bad touch all game.
And Nicolette, you had 2 goals, also incredibly impressive. Your second one came from like 27 yards out and was in the lower left corner of the net. It was an absolutely beautiful goal. What happened there?
I saw that the goalie was off her line, so I just tried to slot it as far away from her as possible.
That was a beautiful kick. I got to be completely honest with you. I'm applying to UNC, and I don't know if I'll get in, so I'm pretty jealous that you're going there.
Thank you.
Especially just being a junior. And you have, if I'm correct, 25 goals this season in 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like being the top goal scorer, really the star player of this team? And I think, if I'm correct, you're 9th in the state in points.
I don't know. I guess it's honorable. Yeah, it's nice.
You guys played Clifton when you guys were 1-1, many games ago, and you guys beat them 2-1 on Nikki, your goal in the 79th minute. What was the difference between that game where it came down to the last minute and this game where it was over pretty quickly?
I think that we played together as a team and we got the feel in the semis. So I think that we knew that we need to come out with as much heart as we have.
Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think like we finished our opportunities today.
And obviously it was incredibly impressive offensive effort with the 5 goals you guys put up, or your girls put up, I should say, but also with the defense and the goalie. How do you think Christy and Jackie and beyond that everyone played to compliment you guys?
They won almost every single 50-50. We just have a really strong back.
Yeah, I think like they're a key part of this team. Like it was up on our half the whole time.
All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Have fun with your team. Congratulations again on the championship, and thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Thanks.